Alrighty. There we go. Stream's up. Yeah, we're good. Alright. Let's do the mic check.
Radio check, radio check.
Mic check. Alright, let's see.
I only hear our voice, I don't hear our streamer's voice.
Alrighty, let's get to it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful, happy holidays. But now it's time for the greatest holiday of them all. Racing, forming the ROBLOX League. We're here in Gisborne in the wonderful hills of New Zealand, where once a film about strange hobbits in a strange ring was filmed, and also two guys on a guitar who can't sing, who friends from New York. If you don't get that reference, that's fine, but hopefully you get in racing. We're still in free practice right now, so qualifying has not yet begun for the actual event, but it is still good to have you back here racing in Formula ROBLOX. My name is Gus the Goose. You're currently watching Division 1, the top championship in our league in Season 10, and joining me is the always wonderful, always insightful Baskar 101.
How do you do, everybody? It's good to be back. It's good to be here. We're getting ready to head back some racing. Just to let you know, if things are a little bit off on the stream, it's merely back up and like that because of let's just say not a lot of people responded to the sign up. So let's just say we have to cut back a little bit, but we are here, we're ready, and we're ready to go back to racing.
People made themselves quite merry this holiday, perhaps a bit too merry on the evidence of the amount of people who showed up, but that's quite all right. It's a new year. People have amazing things to do. As always, I'd like to give a thanks to our streaming crew. In this case, it is Estenba. You cannot hear them, but I'm sure they are waving from behind their computer.
It's absolutely at least we're grateful we're getting the stream up. Of course, let's actually give a little bit of the information of what we're having. It's going to be a 25-lap race, if I recall correctly. Let me just open that little information up. We can't pop it up once again. Coming back just a little bit so we can get this up and running. So let me open that information up.
Gisborne is one of the longer tracks in terms of pure distance on the calendar. It will be a 25-lap race around the Gisborne Raceway layout. This track has a lot of layouts, but this is the classic one that everyone is most familiar with. A week ago, we had a layout on the Gisborne Long layout for licenses, but now we are here for the real race event. It will be a 25-lap race. As always, Tyrell will be 3.3 times, minimum of one stop. Out in front in the Division 1 championship, T-Jerk Boy is currently the championship leader with 80 points, which is the most points that any Division 1 championship leader has had after 3 rounds. Manpifting tails him by 10 points, and Going Me Chris 2 is in third with 47 points, 33 back from the leader. Manpifting and T-Jerk Boy have been championship rivals for, I believe, the last quite the last few seasons, 3 or 4, if I'm not mistaken, consecutively. There was that famous moment all those seasons ago where T-Jerk led the championship in the final round and lost it at the final corner in one of the closing laps. And Manpifting would take a championship that day. But the championship is wide open as it is now. It's only round 4 of 14. And as we see, the drivers are out on track in free practice. And one of the Lagwar cars is doing U-turn practice. Perhaps he's trying to get his license later today. Though if he tries that tactic in the race, I can't imagine it would be horribly effective.
Oh, wait, don't forget, actually, let's look at the team standings right now. Confirmed Racing Squad is at 150 points. They have a 67-point gap. And no, please do not mention the meme.
Oh, okay. You said it. You could have. You said it.
Yeah. I don't care. But once again, 67-point gap from Swift GP, and then Orleo Conagens Racing with 48 points, 102-point gap from the leading team of Confirmed Racing Squad. So this is actually this is a very early season, but once again, Confirmed Racing Squad is starting with a decent gap. Let's see if they can keep on extending that gap further.
The absolutely brutal rivalry between Manpifting and T-Jerk while they're on the same team has given them a championship lead above all the rest. They're in a league of their own right now, it would seem. But there have been drivers who have challenged them at points this season, definitely in terms of the Drivers' Championship. Swift GP's Going Me Chris 2 would definitely be the closest rival right now. He would need to win a few races in order to take back that lead, but he's still within striking distance and has definitely been the, I hate this term, but I guess best of the rest is the term to use. We've had a lot of new licenses over the season break, but I don't see a great deal of them here today in Division 1. The Division 1 grid is relatively unchanged. There are some drivers who are using their split license to fulfill reserve duty today for the first time in Division 1 due to the extreme lack of available drivers, possibly still recovering from their New Year's blowout. It's now time for qualifying. We'll see which driver can take full position to ride on board with the 87 black and yellow machine of T-Jerk Boy.
I know we have approximately 8 minutes and 40 seconds within the qualifying. Right now, we're not seeing crazy time yet. We're not seeing any lap time coming up. Let's just see of how things are going to go. Right now, TJ, I think he's going to be starting his lap right now. Yes, he is. I think everyone's starting their laps. So let's see who's going to be fast on their first lap and see if they need to make some improvements. Who do you think who's going to be on pole position on this one?
My safe bet is always T-Jerk. He has, I need to check the record, because going into this season, I think he had the third or second most pole positions all achieved during Season 9. He definitely knows how to get a car around here. We are going to see a bit of a change, because there are lots of drivers who specialize, some would use the word merchant, but actually specialize a bit more on tracks like this instead of slipstream tracks. But they'll need to qualify well to utilize that. If you don't get a slipstream in qualifying, that will be the question of the day, as Andrew sets the fastest first sector.
Yeah, we see a purple sector from Envy Drew, or just Drew. I just call him Drew in short. Purple sector 1. Let's see if he can improve. Go on purple sector 2. He goes green.
He is not the fastest. Middle sector belongs to T-Jerk, but is taken away immediately by the Division 3's reigning champion, Hugh Kelvin. The fastest in that middle sector, going into the most difficult section, this hairpin chicane combo. Very heavy on the brakes and extremely punishing slowdown on the extreme runoff of this track, going on to these high-speed, flat-out corners. T-Jerk Boy has lost all his purple sectors, being the first one to cut the beam, will set the standard at a 1:28.087. Manpifting his teammate and rival 2/10 behind. Kit Kat 9/10. Royal goes 2/10 behind as well, their former championship rival. Sebastian Couteau half a second, as Andrew goes on provisional pole by 0.021 of a second. Amazing lap from Andrew. Abba Flackies will respond now as he is running down the high-speed corners in the final sector, and I don't think anyone else is curbing any more purples right now, as all of the top drivers start the new lap. Hopefully that's the one fourth track I have in my life.
Once again, we're seeing a little bit of a tightness on the qualifying. The qualifying is always going to be a very tight one, especially that now we have 200ths of a second of a difference. That's actually quite something to see for sure.
So we're having a few drivers now starting their first laps. I don't know if they went late on purpose to get some clean air, or they bailed their first laps. There is something to be said about waiting a while and going on an out lap while everyone else is on a flying lap, because then you're on a flying lap, most of the field's on an out lap, they have to get out of your way, and generally people are quite well behaved. We have Meadington in the PHX Imperium FRL Racing Team, number 2, going into the hairpin now. I can't see if he's on a lap, as the sectors are turning white, which means they're usually on an out lap, is what that means, because they haven't cut the first sector quite yet. It is a 0.021 gap out in front for provisional pole right now, as Royal is mixing it in with the championship contenders. The reigning Division 1 champion is a full-time reserve this season. He is in Dustin MCA's Racing Star car, but he still has that pace. Now he's starting his lap with about 5 minutes left to go on the clock. That is half of the qualifying session over already.
Once again, currently Drew is provisional pole at the moment, so we're going to see if anyone is going to have any faster lap or if Drew can extend that gap on the pole position, making it a little bit more difficult for everyone else. Right now, we're not seeing any drastic improvements. We do see a downgrade from Kit Kat. He is not feeling pretty well so far. Wait, TJ. Hey, actually, not. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I thought TJ went up. Nope, I think it was 15 that actually went up. Yeah, I think 15 might have went up. He's in P3.
A slight note for the wonderful livery that Kit Kat is carrying in that machine. A tribute to, and I am an American, so I hate to say it like this, but the ZX Spectrum. I say ZX Spectrum, but that's all the same. A classic computer special livery. A lot of interest going into that one. Multiple colors on that car, but sadly multiple colors on his sector times as well. We'll see if it's teammate in the 21.
It looks like a Christmas tree.
They're both gone in 11 and 12.
We see greens, but we're not seeing drastic improvements on laps like that as of right now.
Andrew has set another purple middle sector, but he didn't improve in the first sector. So we'll see how that works. We're seeing Manpifting leave the pits now. Andrew is on a new lap, so he bailed that lap. So despite setting a fastest purple sector, he bailed the lap. So something must have gone wrong in the final sector, which is very possible. You build up these laps, you attack the first and second sector. It's easy for the final sector to catch you off guard as you intend just to sail home. But there are still some very difficult moments in that final sector. Everything's sort of calming down. I think a lot of drivers really put everything on the line for those opening laps. We'll see if anyone can respond in time. Andrew is still on provisional pole, and there's only 3 minutes left, just about a quarter of the session remaining.
We're not seeing any drastic improvements as of right now. We're not seeing any tightness within the qualifying yet, but we are seeing. Well, let's just say we're not seeing TJ being on pole position at the moment. Drew is taking that by storm.
It's only a blink between them, and it has to be said that Manpifting and Royal have been slowly improving their times as well. They were both about 2/10 off. Now they're but a wink of an eye off now. So just that little bit extra, and that's what these top drivers always seem to find. They always find that little bit extra. They squeeze out that last bit of performance just when you least expect it, and snatch away these provisional pole positions. 2 minutes left on the clock, bar 20 seconds, and we are seeing drivers start their final flurry of laps. Lap times here range around 90 seconds, one of the longer distance tracks, though it is high speed, so it goes by quite quickly. Andrew going alongside Kit Kat.
Oh, Royal, purple sector 1.
Royal is laying down the punishment in the first sector. A purple sector appears at last in that, I gotta say, sky blue and white racing star, usually frequented by Dustin. Royal, the reigning champion of Formula ROBLOX Division 1, the reigning world champion, is currently set the fastest first sector. He has set a personal best in the second sector. Royal is flying along right now. He has some traffic up ahead. I'm not sure if they're on an outlap or not. Have a Flackies gets out of the way very sensibly in the Jaguar car, and he's going to be in a rush to even make the flag. But we are on board with Royal in the number 5 machine. The driver he usually carries the number 14. We're going to see
he has a green sector 2, so he has a personal best. Let's see if it can work. Onto the start finish. Let's see if he gets it. No, not quite.
the exact same time as T-Jerk, his former teammate at Saigon last season. But none of them can seem to trouble Andrew for provisional pole. Royal, I believe, is one of the first drivers to take the flag. So he is locked where he is. A slight word for Gio, given the difficult season he's had so far, has qualified up in P6. Very good lap from him.
Very nice indeed.
Play Games has no improvements in the first two sectors, but will take the flag anyway. No improvement, but does get his personal best in the final sector. T-Jerk is on a lap, I believe. This is his last chance. Purple in the middle sector for T-Jerk. He is responding. Can Andrew's provisional pole, which he has held all session long, finally be trouble? There's a final sector left between T-Jerk and himself.
Here we go.
Jumps up to P6. T-Jerk in the reigning Division 3 championship is in P5. But who will be in P1? We're on the edge of our seats now as we go into the final chicane. Oh, and T-Jerk bails his lap.
Oh no! No!
Just at the last, he bailed his lap of the final corner. Andrew has no improvements in the first two sectors. Manpitting is on a lap and has a personal best in the middle sector. Given the small gap between him and provisional pole, it still might be enough. The fight is currently 2-1 in terms of pole positions this season between Manpitting and T-Jerk. Will there now be an upset by Swift GP? He's going to go to the line now. He doesn't bail his lap. There's a Lagwell racing car in the pit lane. He can't do it. He improves his lap, but it's not enough. 0.016 seconds between Manpitting and provisional pole.
I don't think we can show that on the stream.
Oh, heaven on earth. How did that happen? Both things, the pole position time and the Lagwell racing car with the concrete pit wall. It is Andrew with the first pole position of the season, ahead of Manpitting and T-Jerk. 0.021 seconds separating the top four on this grid. Brilliant job by T-Jerk to get P5 for the Division 2 East Championship.
All right, let's get to the race.
2025 came and went. With 14 rounds of Season 9 and an extra 3 rounds of Season 10. Now we'll see who can win for the first time in 2026. Formula ROBLOX League will go racing. Andrew will look to the lights to lead the field to green. 2026 is racing in New Zealand at the Gisborne Raceway. As you were from the top 3, but Andrew seems to be getting bogged down. It looks like a confirmed racing car has taken the lead of this race. It is Manpitting who dives into the first corner, but Andrew will try to attack. T-Jerk is right in tow. Going Chris 2 has jumped up to 4th place. Andrew is down to 5th, now down to 7th. It is the confirmed racing cars out in front 1-2 with Royal, just as it was in Season 9. The top 3, Going Chris hounding them behind. Andrew recovers up to 5th place, Gio in 6th. Stu Chelvam is down to 7th, Eva Flackies in 8th. 1/10 of a second, as the timing tower says, between Manpitting and T-Jerk. He needs revenge in this championship if he wants to get back today.
Yeah, once again, TJ Manpitting gets a good start. Right now, it looks like TJ made a little bit of a mistake. Royals in P2. Right now, we are seeing a little bit of action happening in the start of the race. Currently, Pifting is in P1, Royals in P2. Royals actually stalking right behind. Let's see how things are going to go here.
If you want to have a chance at scoring big points or even a win in this race, you have to stay in the slipstream of all your rivals. Everyone's on the track at the same time. There's nothing between them. Look at this onboard from T-Jerk. There's cars everywhere he looks. He has Theo behind him, GPs in front of them. If you let that distract you, if you let the visual noise get to you, you will fall out of the pack and you will lose your chance to stay in the slipstream of this race. Fastest lap on the first lap is played all around, but it goes down to Play Games in the end, who's the fastest mover, it would seem, in terms of his starting position. But that's only the first lap. We'll see who can set the pace on the second lap. Manpitting leads from Royal, from T-Jerk, going for 2, maintains 4th place. Gio has jumped up to 5th from his 7th place starting spot. And the provisional pole sitter, no, not provisional anymore, the pole sitter, Andrew, is down to 8th place behind Play Games.
Oh yeah, Andrew didn't have a good start at all. He fell by a lot of positions. Right now he's in P7, but I don't know what's going on. I'm not sure if pressure's getting the best of him, but he needs to do is keep his cool, keep his temp, taken care of because if he keeps on letting the pressure get the best of him, he's going to do his fall.
Gio is now up to 4th place, ahead of reigning Division 2 West champion and former Division 2 West rival Ava Flackies, who's gone fastest in the first sector. Fastest in the middle sector belongs to It's Code Bacon's down in P9. We'll see who can set the fastest lap on the opening tour, where the drivers are only getting faster and faster and faster.
And once again,
are now side by side. They are trading blows for the lead of this motor race.
I just want to say with Gio, he has the opposite effect of Andrew. He had a good start. He's doing pretty good. He's in 4th place. Or 5th place, actually. Sorry, my brain's all over the place. But 5th place, he's not doing too bad. He's keeping a relatively decently well pace and staying within the pack. So he's doing really good. Hopefully things gets better for him.
Gio told the community in a half sardonic tone, "Wait till we get to the slip races, then I'll come alive." Well, we're here now, and it seems he was good on his word. He's currently a few tenths behind former sparring partner from Season 9, Ava Flackies, who's done well to stay up in 4th, but will now have to deal with a race-long pressure. Men Pifting and T-Jerk are continuing to trade blows in the slipstream. It is now a race of endurance here at Gisborne.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is quite something to see so far. We're seeing multi-pack racing. We're seeing just flat out slipstream racing, multiple straightaways, just the way I like it, side by side. Well, more like inside. But other than that, just actual competitiveness. Especially when you're in the slipstream style racing, where overtaking matters.
I've gotten a word in my ear and confirmation from the horse's mouth that Hamza Legend had technical issues and failed to make the Division 1 start. Sad for him. He will return to fight another day, a very talented driver, but today was not to be his Division 1 day. The leaders are likely going to trade blows. We see the Cotangents in a special livery for the non-European races, if I'm not mistaken, which is a tribute to the 2025 U.S. Grand Prix Williams racing car, which itself was a tribute to Williams BMW-based cars. It's Code Bacon's in the 76 is doing quite well for himself in the midfield. They are sparring for points back there. And carbon black. Red first sectors all around as the driver's tires are starting to wear down. Tires are everyone on, I think, usually in Gisborne, everyone. People don't.
I think everyone's that hard.
It's usually a hard medium, from my recollection. The two Division 1 drivers who are currently here in Division 2 drivers rather who are currently here in Division 1, Smykos and Maxim Ninja. Smykos is contemplating a switch to his Division 2 West team. He has a split license, currently at the back of the pack, but fighting for position. Smykos takes the position for Maxim Ninja, going into the high speed that Maxim Ninja will tuck into the slipstream. T-Jerk seems to have had some trouble. He has lost 3 tenths to the leader and is currently down in 5th, despite a lap on the previous tour.
Oh my! Something happened. He might have cut a corner or went wide. He lost a decent bit of pace there. He's gonna have to regain that back.
Ben Pifting has the same thing. Gio now leads this Division 1 motor race with Royal right behind. But Man Pifting surges into the twisty S corners, and he will take back the lead of this race from Royal. Gio is back down in 4th. Such is the nature of these slipstream races. One moment you're at the front, one moment you're behind it all, and in the same moment it can all come back around. Patience, endurance, and speed are the name of the game on these slipstream-based races, and none more iconic than that of Gisborne Raceway.
Gisborne is like Monza, but on steroids.
On New Zealand steroids. Don't do steroids, kids. They're bad for you.
Yeah, don't.
Hairpin.
We're not like the WEC commentators when we tell them to do heroin. Don't do it.
I forgot that if there's a 24-hour FRL race, I can't promise people won't go insane. So maybe it's best we don't do that. If not, just for legal reasons. We're seeing a kind of an equilibrium out here in front. Looking at all the gaps, we are looking at gaps to the leader right now. The mid pack is starting to stretch out a bit. The kind of accordion effect is worse. Teacher once again claims the fastest tour. Code Bacons is at the back of this next pack. Play Games is trying to get back up to the front pack. He is just off a bit, I believe, in order to achieve this. But Play Games has done well in races like this. It was the slip race of Pomodoro, his home race, last season, where he took his victory. The only driver who wasn't a championship contender to do so last season, Sebastian Coteau, in the 24, is currently running in 11th for Funny Group Racing, behind the PHX car of Meadington, and Kit Kat behind, currently occupying the final points-paying position of 12th, who goes into the grass as I say that. Kit Kat run wide off the grass and will now be under pressure from the reigning Division 2 East champion, Tirchel M3. These two rivals cannot seem to get away from each other when it comes to the track and when it comes to scrapes and controversies. Tirchel M3 will now have a chance to get back at Kit Kat into the hairpin, but nothing doing for this moment.
Oh, this is absolutely terrific. Oh, I have a question. What lap do you think they're going to start pitting? And what do you think the strategy is going to be?
Hard medium is usually popular on Gisborne. You don't really want to go for the shorter strategy because you vacate the slipstream. The pace advantage you get from pitting for fresh new tires from medium to hard is actually worse than what you would get from just staying in the slipstream with your worn down tires. It's more difficult to stay in the slipstream with worn down tires. You also need your air in there. But if you can pull that off, it's a little more beneficial. So hard medium. As for what lap, I'm not sure. It might be a game of chicken. Most people tend to compare around the same lap, word spread. People have their definitive pit laps. So chances are when one person pits, either everyone's going to pit that lap or the next.
That makes a lot more sense, because it's more of a slipstream-based racing. So at any given moment, it's who's gonna want to pit first, and whoever does, everyone follows shortly after.
The most mathematically clean solution would be, I would say, pit lap 15, because then you do 10 laps on the mediums. I'm not sure if it's not going to work out that cleanly.
Let's see.
The pole sitter, Andrew, has, in some scrapes, he's down in 14th position now. I think he's had some off-track adventures because he felt like a stone there for a second.
He is not
qualifying, but it seems like these early phases of this laps are not to be for him. We'll see if he can recover later on down the line, but it will be quite difficult.
Yeah, he is. He is losing a lot of pace. He went from pole position to all the way down to 14th. Something has definitely happened for sure. We don't know what we're gonna hear from that.
And he's out of the race. He has retired from this race.
Oh, Andrew. Wow!
The pole sitter retires at Gisborne. Sorry to say, from him, today was not to be his day. What a brilliant job in qualifying, though. So hopefully we can remember from that. Play Games has now caught up to the front pack. He was with the pack behind. I guess he told them, "I'm nothing like you all," and he sped off into the distance to chase the leaders. But now he is falling somewhat out of sync with them, and he's taking T-Jerk down with him. So T-Jerk needs to clear Play Games, get in the slipstream of the people in front, and catch right back up if he wants to maintain his winning streak. T-Jerk currently the reigning race winner, won the last two previous races in a row. Man Pifting would definitely love to use this opportunity to take back the championship lead, and I think if we finished as it is now, he would, but orders change all the time in slip races, as T-Jerk learned the hard way in that fateful season finale all those seasons ago. I want to say it was season 8.
I want to actually say something real quick. Look at within the top 4. Ava Flackies is doing absolutely terrific. Look at this. That's
the reigning Division 2 West champion is showing how he won that championship in such dominant fashion. He is staying with these leaders. He seems to be keeping his cool so far. He's currently running in the top 4 quite smoothly, understanding this is a race of patience, endurance, and consistent speed. And there has been points like now where he has led this race briefly before Manpifting takes it back. I think Manpifting has been in the lead for the majority of the time, even though it trades every single corner. I think he tends to keep it, especially through these S's, the very difficult flat-out S's. Flat-out in qualifying, you have to adjust your driving. Later on, he's onto the grass just a bit, but I think he's going to maintain his speed as he tucks back into the jittery slipstream, because that is what we love about forming the Roblox League. It's not quite as easy as 1, 2, 3, but they are 1, 2, 3, and 4 as Play Games is falling more and more out of sync with the leaders as he had caught up to them earlier, and he's dragging T-Jerk down with him a bit, but they have a decent gap from the sparring Coach Bacons and Mington behind in 7th and 8th place respectively.
Oh yeah, for sure. So far we have 2 retirements. Andrew's just something went wrong on his end, and then of course Hamza just having complete internet issues, having some sort of issue that's happening on his end, and then Andrew we don't even know. We usually, when people retires, we call it an MGUL failure, but let's just wait and see if what happened. I'm keeping an eye on the chat rooms to make sure that to hear about what's happening. So
I'll always have that pole position, thankfully. We are seeing now Gio leading the race currently. This driver has currently scored 1 point so far this season in Division 1. But we know from past Division 1 appearances as a reserve driver that he can do better. Best result in recent seasons, I believe last season his Division 1 best result was a P5 in Buenos Aires. I streamed that particular race, so it's you can be forgiven if you missed most of the frames of it. Flackies is currently in the lead, but Manpifting is right alongside. And it seems every time one of these other drivers briefly takes the lead of the race, Manpifting on the brakes into the corner. Teacher has gotten past Play Games now. He seems to be on course to recover back into this pack if he can. He'll be dragging Play Games along with him. We'll see how that's going. Yeah.
Once again, we are lap 10 out of 25. Approaching. Are we heading towards lap? Yeah, we're getting ready to head towards lap 11 here soon. Right now, Flackies is leading the race. We're starting to see. It looks like TJ and Play Games are starting to catch back up to the pack. They're getting some good pace so far, but I'm not sure if they're wearing their tires out though because of that. Let's just wait and see.
I've been told, a little bird has told me in my ear that Play Games is doing his controller debut, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's very nice, very nice. I mean, I enjoy playing on the controller like that. Let's just say on the racing part on Formula Roblox, I'm not the best because I'm not the biggest fan of just the feel on my end. But I love watching the racing though. The broadcasting and everything is beautiful. So
racing is so much easier when you don't have to do it. Play Games is definitely delivering his usual strong level of performance. He is a driver who you often see running at the front of Division 1. Just off the fringes of brutal championship rivalries. You usually see him back there, especially on slipstream races. So it would seem that the change of control method has done nothing to hinder his talent as he drives around in that beautiful ZX Spectrum tribute livery. Very good job from him. Currently running P6 behind T-Jerk, who is now clawing his way back into that front pack. He did well to recover. He didn't panic. He just stuck with it, continued delivering good laps when he lost pace with the front runners. And now we are definitely seeing this is going to be the front pack if they continue delivering laps like this.
Oh yeah,
P1 to P6, because there is about a 5-second gaps from there.
Yeah, don't forget
barring Kit Kat and going with Chris 2 in 7th place.
Yeah, don't forget Play Games. Play Games has been right on TJ's tail as much as he was as well. So don't forget that Play Games has been right on the tail, been catching up as well to the pack. So he'll be joining in alongside it. So that's fun to see. So now it's going to go from a 4-car battle to a 6-car battle for the lead. That's what I said, like, literally Slipstream. Oh, yeah.
In a corner cut. It looks like T-Jerk has explored the extremities of the grass a bit too much and has fallen just behind Play Games once again. It is now Play Games who's in the front pack. But T-Jerk has been in this scenario before. The upside of the Slipstream race, if you have a small mistake, you can always recover. If you have a big mistake, you can never recover. Something like this one has only just been a small mistake for T-Jerk.
Yeah, once again, once again, Play Games is doing really well. TJ just corner cut. He needs to just keep playing. This is something that he doesn't want to see is mistakes like that. When mistakes like that happens, it just keeps on happening. You gotta do is keep a cool head. If you don't, you're just gonna keep on constantly making mistakes.
I imagine we're not quite at the pit window just yet, but the drivers are going to start thinking about it, and we're definitely at the phase where the drivers wish it was now because the tires have given up a lot of their purchase and a lot of their grip.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Especially that, the 3 times wear, and also this is once again the reason why they're not thinking of it as of right, like immediately, because it's a slipstream based track. So, yeah. So, just got an update from Andrew. It looks like that he had some sort of connection issue, and he was losing seconds because of it. He was having some sort of issues within the game, so he was forced to retire because the game, it was freezing on him and he was losing time. So that's the reason why he stopped racing.
2 retirements so far due to connection-based issues.
Connection and possibly hardware issues.
Possibly hardware issues as well, yes. We're only bound by the strength of our own computers, as we see Kit Kat in the 13 machine, and he is going into pit lane along with Goemi Chris 2. Their crews will await for them. They are going for some sort of early undercut on the start of lap 14. We'll see how these pit stops go. First, it'll be the Swift GP crew to await their car. He's a little bit long in his box, but he just made it work. Medium tires, only thing he could go on. A better pit stop for Kit Kat, who might gain ever so slightly. It all depends on pit exit. Maxim Ninja and Smykos have also come in with sort of early undercut, but so supposed to have been sparring all race long. As we look funnel out, that means that it's going to get Oscar 2244 is the last car who has yet to hit in 11th place, as a decent gap ahead and behind to work with for him. Avaflakis has pulled one of the bigger gaps of the race at 0.2 of a second, but going into that hairpin, it shrinks almost instantly, and Manpifting is right on him once again at a 0.1 of a second gap. As the tires are wearing down, Avaflakis is still proving himself to be a genuine threat to these top
Absolutely. Runners. My goodness.
Gio was with the crew, but is down in 6th place. Sorry.
Oh yeah, he might have had some sort of issue. Something must have happened. Maybe a corner cut, maybe something like that. But wait a minute! I think he's going pitting. Oh, here we go.
Gio
this is where the fun begins.
He's going for an undercut.
From FGR, that's what I'm just going to call him. The funny group racing, FGR. Gio is going to be pitting.
Good stop from him. Mington and Tio Chalum 3 also come in for Manti and Lagwar. Yes, and the Lagwar car. So we're going to see if this undercut type strategy can work. Early pace now, but punishment later on in the race, while the front runners will still remain in their respective footprints. Manpifting and Teacher are out in front. Avaflakis has probably had an adventure somewhere because he was in the race lead briefly, and now he's a second back and sparring with Play Games currently. A podium on the cards as Smykos pits again 1 lap later. I think he might have made a mistake in terms of tires.
Oh no.
Because I can't imagine why...
A Ferrari strategy, no!
Oh, no, he's going into the garage. Okay,
He's done.
I think he's packing it in for the day. Is Smykos. Still no points after 4 rounds. No gap out at front, at least momentarily. It read 0.000 seconds. Man Pifting and T-Jerk. T-Jerk had fallen out of sync with the rest of the pack, but has now caught up to him, and the rivals are fighting again. Avaflaki is in the 19, reigning Division 2 West champion. One day I'll say that correctly. Is into the pits for his own undercut. The leaders are staying out. So the lap 15 pit strategy that I thought is happening, but not quite to the same degree. Stops on his marks. Medium tires as expected.
Oh yeah. So yeah, this is Yep, it's official. Smykos just officially retired.
Kit Kat sets the fastest lap of the race on those new tires and are currently hounding Going and Chris 2. Will Avaflakis get out ahead of him? Yes, it would seem he does quite well, in fact. We'll see if this undercut strategy works well or if it's just a poor idea. About 0.8 of a second gap out in front. Man Pifting maintaining his lead. It seems that the nature of their rivalry continues as such that T-Jerk is often the one with more raw bursts of speed, but Man Pifting can maintain perhaps that Avaflakis clears. His teammate who's yet to stop in this race is now going after his old sparring partner, Gio, who did stop and is now ahead of Avaflakis. So we are seeing an advantage here to being in a slipstream, pitting, and immediately coming out in another slipstream. That seems to be a good strategy, but we've yet to see how the leaders respond. Man Pifting's in, his teammates in, Royal and Play Games follow in tow. We often see the Confirm Racing cars sync strategies. I don't think they've ever done a asynchronous strategy against each other.
And they always pit together and then get out the pits together.
Sebastian Cateau comes in, Code Bacon stays out, and will inherit the lead of this race. Yes, in fact he does, but he still needs to stop.
Yeah, they're going with the medium, yeah. Yeah, it looks like no one's doing softs because I just don't think softs is a good idea, especially with a slipstream-based track.
Does the undercut work? Look at the blend.
Oh, could be. Let's see. Anything can go.
Is currently provisionally in the lead of this race, but they'll all fall back into place with slipstream again and battle. But it looks like he's currently the one with the advantage. But he pitted 2 laps earlier and will have to take that punishment later. Avaflakis and Man Pifting are right with each other. Code Bacon's leads on track, but owes the field a pit stop.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, man. Every time I watch things like this, I'm happy I got myself a monster because this is exciting.
With the deviant pit strategies, the race has come alive here at Gisborne.
Race is alive. I'm alive. We're all alive here. This is a lovely race. Simply lovely.
Simply lovely indeed, as famously said by a certain person, certain driver. His name escapes me at this current moment, but the current driver is Code Bacon's. It's Code Bacon's. Does he come in? No, he doesn't. He stays out for another lap. The gap is shrinking rapidly from him to Gio. So this overcut, it's starting to punish him a bit, but I guess he's hoping to have fresher tires for longer. He's not fighting the leaders, obviously. He has his own fight further down in the midfield that he's trying to nail. So he's hoping to come out with fresher tires in a slipstream, use that to guide himself through the field while everyone's somewhat tit for tat on strategy, and then later when he has the grip advantage, fail past the rivals. At least in theory, but it might never quite work out how it does in theory as we go on to lap 18, entering the twilight phases of this motor race.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Right now, Bacon is technically beat off that and it would be, what he does. Gio's having a lovely race. Even if something happens, I give my props to Gio. Gio is just doing a terrific job, and Flackies as well. I'm going to give them both props where props is due. They are simply just doing a terrific job. They're racing at the complete finest, disciplined and control. This is fun. And everyone else, too, here, Royal, TJ, oh man, there's so many names. TJ Pifting. Chris is actually. Well, actually, no, never mind. But
T-Jerk is on
hey,
thunderous pace. He set purples in the first 2 sectors. Code
oh yeah,
Bacon finally comes in for a stop as he lost 4 seconds to the leaders, 5 seconds to the leaders. We'll see how that plays out. T-Jerk is looking to set the fastest lap of this race. All the points matter, and he does. Gio led just for a lap or so, but Man Pifting has caught up to him and now takes the lead as Eva Flackies also comes back at them. They are just as they were before, the undercut strategy paying dividends to get these drivers back up to the front to make up for some mistakes earlier. Now they're back in the slipstream and they have to set their cool as T-Jerk set purples in all 3 sectors. He is on thunderous pace right now.
well, thunderous pace indeed. This is just terrific. Look at this. See people just full sending, especially hitting those corners precisely, making sure to get those precise exits, making sure to get the slipstream, making sure getting everything right at the right moment at the right time. TJ capitalizes. He is coming alive, and the vehicle is just hitting its marks too. Let's see how things are going to go.
The field spread begins again. Kit Kat was with the leaders, but is starting to fall somewhat out of sync with them as we see another separate pack, another bubble of drivers form, and the front-running bubble continues to shed weight, as it were, but currently it is going all the way down to T-Jerk with Going Me Chris 2 and Play Games still right there in tow, still able to catch up if they find the opportunity. Man Pifting leads a lap now on the strategy, running long on those tires. Royal is right behind him, but Gio is still mixing it with them, so is Eva Flackies, and championship leader T-Jerk, who set that fastest lap, clears Eva Flackies into the first corner as they go into that phase that everyone loves with a slip race, the final phase, the final few laps of the race. It'll be a mad 5-lap dash to the finish line.
Well, technically 6 laps because we're on lap 20. We still need to complete that lap and 5 more. So it's a total of 6.
A mad dash all the same. 5 or 6. 5 laps plus the one we're on. As we're Gio, Man Pifting, T-Jerk, Eva Flackies, and Royal trading the race lead. Gio is currently the one who claims it, but we seem that always a confirmed racing driver will overtake into this hairpin as Going Chris 2 is hounding Play Games. All these drivers having a race of their lives. Are we going to see a new winner for this season in terms of Division 1? All the wins so far claimed by Man Pifting or T-Jerk. Or will it be business as usual with confirmed racing out in front? It will definitely be for sure that the podium is going to be a dicey affair right now. Only other driver to score a podium besides the top 2 are Going Me Chris 2 and Light Murillo as a Saigon reserve. So certainly we are wanting to see some drivers fight for a first podium of the season. But a first win of the season is also on the cards here if they can play it right.
Well, we're now in 5 laps to go here at Guestboard. Right now, TJ and Pifting are in 1 and 2. But you have quite a few cars that are not too far back, that are in well contention within victory. Let's see how this is going to go. It's like a chess game. It's like a chess game on a energy drink. Let's just say that. There we go. Let's just be better on that.
Chess game on 3 cans of energy drinks with the visibility of a sandstorm in the desert. That is the name of the game here in the slipstream, in the hills of New Zealand, where a man dressed up as a hobbit and carried a plastic ring into a fake mountain. But the fires of the mountain are on fire again, because I said fire twice, because the heat is on out in front, double time for T-Jerk, Man Pifting, the championship rival, sifting through the ashes of these other drivers, hungry for a good result, for a best result of the season so far. Eva Flackies, Play Games, Gio, Going Me Chris 2, even still within sync, a few seconds back. That is the name of the game here at Gisborne, and they are fighting until the bitter end because everything is on the field. This is the first FRL race of 2026. It might have been a rocket, but it is out in front.
Hey, I had to cut you off. Looks like TJ might have made a mistake in Chris because now they're a little bit back. Oh, pressure's starting to get the best of them. This is what I'm saying. You can't let pressure get the best of you.
We've seen this
no.
from T-Jerk in the past. He's trying to get back up to it. He still can. We know he's fast. He has a second to the leader, but he's running out of time to recover. Any more of these, and this result might slip away from him. The championship lead might slip away from him, but it's not going all cherry for Manpifting either, who has lost 0.4 of a second, half a second, to the lead, and is now having to claw his way back up as well. Tirchelvem and Meington are fighting way back, as we saw briefly. They are fighting for 9th place, and they have no one else around them but each other. A true one-on-one spar, a boxing match of Slipstream. Royal currently leads from Avaflakis, Geo, Play Games, Manpifting, T-Jerk, and Going Me Chris 2.
Yeah, this is just absolutely terrific. This is just what we need to see. I know I say it a lot, but I'll say it again. This is a fight, and a fight indeed. This is like a fatal four. This is like a ladder match in wrestling, but for racing.
They grapple and toss on the ground, except they are able to phase through each other like magic. Is it black magic? You can decide for yourself. But there is certainly something enchanting about the way they tie down the front. The Royal is currently the leader, and he's trying to pull the gap advantage just for a second on the straight. Is unending. The slipstream is aggressive. Geo and Avaflaki are still with them for the podium positions. Just like that, Avaflaki has been pulled down to 6th place as T-Jerk is catching back up, and Avaflaki seems to have had some sort of adventure on that lap because he is now a second back. He can still recover, but he is running out of time to do so as he is now pulled and going to Chris 2 back up to the front with him.
Oh yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome. This is just terrific. I can't even put words through at the moment. We're seeing people literally starting in P7 and P9, and they're in a battle for the race win. This is awesome. This is terrific. I even just said, Play Games. Hang on, may I mention, Play Games started in P12, and look where he's at.
P12? I didn't even catch that. Starting in P12 on the fringes of the points, he's now on the fringes of the top of the podium, on the fringes of victory, as we conclude the 23rd lap and go on to the 24th lap. Time
2 laps to go.
There can be no more mistakes now.
Yeah, hang on. So within the top 6, Flaky started in P9. Geo started in P7. Play Games starting in P12. Just making up positions in a fight, playing a good strategy race, and we're seeing some difficulties from the confirmed racing squad having a little bit of problems, just the pressure building up, and you're just seeing Geo, you're seeing Flackis, you're seeing Play Games just playing a beautiful strategy. That is what we need to see. Oh, something must have happened with Geo. Geo lost a lot of pace. Oh, he's far back. No, something must have happened. No.
Geo falls back into the clutches of Going Me Chris 2. A critical mistake on the penultimate lap has cost him a chance at a podium. He will still likely score a best result of the season, because his former best result of the season is P12 with 1 point, but what could have been for the Funny Group Racing driver and Magnet. But out in front,
we need to focus on that.
1 and 2 again.
We gotta keep our eyes on that. We gotta keep our eyes on that, on the deltas, because we need to make sure if something happens, we need to be right on top of it.
White flag, sponsored by the One Ring to rule them all. Manpifting is the one who will take it from T-Jerk and Royal Play Games in 4th. Avaflakis in 5th. It's now or never to take victory in this motor race, to take the first win of the year 2026. Fly into the Estes corners. This is a place where you can lose focus. They all seem to take it relatively well as far as I can see. Yes, they do. Another straight line opportunity. It looks like a corner, but looks can be deceiving. Into one of the more simple corners of this track. A 90-degree left-hander. They're heavy on the brakes. Over the chicane. 2 colors on different sides, but you need to take your eyes focused on the gray in the middle. A long uphill straight. the famous Gisborne Hill, in which it gets its name, one of the heaviest braking zones on the calendar, and Royal will be the one to take it first. He picks his line. Ava Flackies is the one who will take it into the hairpin.
Oh, absolutely. This is... anything can happen. Right now we see TJ, we see Play Game. They're in the fight.
The checkered flag is waiting for them at the bottom of the hill. They are now rushing. It's now or never. There's no way to call it until the results are there. But Teacher seems to be clawing back. Van Pifting responds into the final corner of the racetrack.
Here we go.
The checkered flag. Play Game falls out of sync. Who's going to win this race? Van Pifting takes the win. He wins in Gisborne. He strikes back on his teammate, who claws back to second place. Ava Flackies, the Division 2 West champion, upgrades to a podium finisher in Formula Roblox Division 1. Royal in 4th, Play Games in 5th, Gomi Chris 2 in 2nd, and Gio, a best result of the season, in 7th. Kit Kat and 8th, Sebastian Couture in 9th, Pinky in 10th. Chio Sheldon in 11th, and Code Bacons will come home in the pit lane in 12th. Just to flex on his rivals a bit more. Dustin Imposter, the other Lagwar car, and Maxim Ninja just outside of the points, and climbing on the pit wall once again, his favorite trick. But congratulations to them for getting all the way through this race. There was no way to call it until the checkered flag flew. But man, Pifting was the one who would claim it in the end, and he strikes back at his championship rival. But I believe Tidrick would still hold the championship as it stands with that fastest lap of the race. And Ava Flackies, a brilliant podium position. Best previous result of P6.
Yeah, no, he wasn't in P. No, he wasn't. I think he. Yeah, I'm looking at the qualifying. He started in P9 and he climbed all the way to P3. Wow.
Undoubtedly, he's my driver of the day, Ava Flackies. No,
I don't know, man. Play Games started in P12.
Ooh, that is close, I have to say. But I think that podium, he just clinched that podium. I think that's what's going to tip the scale for me. But we'll have to split it then. Play Games and Ava Flackies.
Yeah,
drivers of the day.
Code drivers. I don't know.
2026, and boy, does it feel good to be back.
Yeah, this is hard. Like for me, I wanted to go with Ava for driver of the day because he went from P9 to P3, gaining a lot of positions, but at the same time, Play Games did too, by like 7 positions, and then you got Flackies went from P9 to P3. That's 6 positions, but also podium position. Oh, that's too hard to pick. Absolutely terrific. Alrighty, but yeah, no. Once again, this is just terrific. Congratulations to Pifting. Good job to TJ. Good job for a lot of these drivers just putting in. And sorry for the ones that were unfortunate. Anything you want to say before we get out of here, Gus?
Only just to, if that's what the racing's going to look like this season, make sure to tune in to the rest. January 24th to 25th, we have our 35-lap race at Lodwick Hill. You don't want to miss that. That is one of the most difficult tracks on the calendar and the bane of many a top driver. How about you tell the ladies and gentlemen who you are, and I'll do the same afterward.
All right, I'm Basco with a wine.
My name is Gus the Goose, and I'll see you when Formula Roblox League returns. Goodbye.